Guten Nacht. I am Count Mozart. Welcome to the Count Mozart Show. I have a very special episode for you tonight, and I would like to start off with an example. What we're going to talk about real quick is your media. Your media. Yeah. But I'm just going to use a quick example of something that happened back in 1905. So Count Mozart going back a little bit for a reason. You'll see in a minute. Or you'll hear in a minute. Your New York Times printed an article in 1905 discussing man's dreams of flight. And in this article, they stated that it would take millions and millions of years for man to fly. Okay. Well, 9 weeks later, your Wright brothers took to the air in flight. Hello. Same thing's happening today. This is kind of what the point I'm trying to make. And what's going on is that the reason why televisions were put in your homes and radios was not for you to watch Jackie Gleason. Oh, I'm going back a bit. Hang on a second. Dancing with the Stars. There you go. Okay, maybe you understand that. American Idol. So it wasn't for that. What it was for was for propaganda, really. And they gotta mix some fun with it, I mean, that's the name of the game. So you don't know what's coming at you. And then they slip in all the good stuff, you know what I mean? So over the years, you just become accustomed to the news. That was the most important thing, right? That they tell you and you swallow it. So, but now, what did I say? Everyone's energies are up, connecting. Our antennas are up. Our energies are up. We are communicating on an energetic level. Subconscious, really. So you're understanding something doesn't feel too right, does it? Something a little stinky. There's a little wizard behind that big curtain. So that leads me to AI. And this is something that you're hearing about constantly. It has now become as commonplace as saying hello. You're used to it. And that's how they do these things. It's a constant. Like the Chinese water torture. Drip, 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 drip. Till you go nuts. So now AI is the thing. Okay. Now what does this stand for again? Oh yeah. Artificial intelligence. Does this sound great to you? So what's going on is even the people that you champion are championing that cause. And it is no good, okay? And I don't care whoever's going to say, but Count Mozart, it is the future. Yeah, it's the future. It's just not your future, okay? You will be obsolete. And that's the aim. Now, whether you want to believe Count Mozart or not, that's the aim. What do you think the aim is? I let you ponder that question, that deep, deep question, because this is what's going on and what has been happening for years. If you notice, there were times when only men or sailors or certain cultures would get inks on their arms and their bodies, displaying this or that, the other thing, or rite of passage or this and that. Everybody had some kind of meaning for it. And then it became trendy. And then it's like, a guy working in IT has a sleeve of stuff on his arms, And again, when I talk about these things, people that have them out there, and I know there's many of you who are watching Count Mozart who do, and I love you, but I also am trying to wake you. Now, some of you, like your Tommy Lee's, rock groups and things like this, your Post Malone went all over your face and all this kind of stuff. I understand it, and I understand why they do it, but they don't understand the background of it. So let Count Mozart explain to you a little bit. Now, some of you casual people that they're doing it and you do it when you're young, and then you get over that thing. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why these things were perpetuated and highlighted and really promoted was for you to get used to body changes, changes to your body and skin, tattoos and piercings and implants and these things. So when the time came, trust Count Mozart on this one, for the chips and the implants for governmental use, you will sign up for that. And you said credit cards are easy, you swipe them, now you just touch them and things like this. So, but this is going on for a long, long time. Even since your 90s, they've been actually implemented. They put them in a dog and stuff like this, and they do little. It's not like a chip. It's like a little, kind of like a little capsule, like a little, almost looks like a little pill, but tiny. And there's no battery or anything like that. You put it right here between your thumb and this finger, and you just swipe it, and boop, you go. And there's no battery, because what did Count Mozart talk about? Electromagnetic. But it's using your, you get it. It's using your energy. But you got to come kind of close to it. But not for long. Not for long. You won't have to come so close to something. Some people have magnets now in the hands and the fingers. But now that's not going to seem so strange. You're going to want that. In fact, there was a movie with Tom Cruise. I like that Tom Cruise. He's a good guy. We're going to get him on the show. Anyway. What was it? Minority Report. You're right. He walking and stuff, and you start seeing the things. It's like, hey, Count Mozart, your favorite blood. Count Mozart, you want a new coffin? Come down to Coffins R Us, and we'll get you one. Okay. Yeah, though, eventually, they have them. But this one's a little freak people out a little bit. But they have the lens, and they can implant it into your eye, and all this kind of thing. And then you'll just look around, and you'll be scanned. A retinal scan. They have the retinal scan. So they like that one, but this, anyway. So all these things that are being done to you are by design. And so I want you to be aware of that and maybe start backing off and away from that, because once that happens, you'll be able to... Now, I'm going to go, again, to the nefarious kind of ideas here, because, after all, the people who are doing this, the people who do these things, it's, again, you think it's for, oh my God, I can buy something, I can buy a Starbucks coffee with no sweat and, get into a building on a whoop. Okay, that's wonderful. Those are the games. You see, that's kind of like, you ever go to those stores and they hand out the free food? They hand out the free food. Why? So you eat the food and you're like, so good and delicious. Okay, boom, now you're hooked on the food. Or I could be a little bit, negative. Somebody who's pushing some things that aren't good for you, if you know what I mean. And I'm not talking vitamins. Okay, they give you a sample, then you're hooked. Then you keep going back to them and buying the bad stuff. Okay. Now, with that said, this is what is going on. So certain governments, they send people off to die. You think they give a damn about you? No, you a guinea pig. So they want these chips in you. It is the final nail in your coffin. Listen to me. I hope that's not too loud. I'll ring the bell. You like the globe? Come on, fight for it. Fight for it. Peacefully, lawfully, and full of love, because that's what we're all about here. You have to wake up to this. And avoid this at all costs, because then at some point these implants will be able to shut you down. Count Mozart never lies. These are facts. Again, you'll be seeing things posted as I speak. But I just wanted to wake you up to that. I mean, take a look. There was something in this Davos, right? And Count Mozart went over there. I said, this might be some good pickings. You know why? Because all these... some of the women of the statesmen and stateswomen, they bring these little teacup dogs, and man, okay. But I need blood. So anyway, I was over there, and I'm down in the streets, and I'm taking a look, and I'm flying around, and I see these guys and girls, they're handing out these little bars, like candy bars or something. And I take a look, it's a Pumbaa, Zumba, Dumba, some crazy name. And then I take a look, and, Count Mozart very smart, so I can read Latin, Greek, all that good stuff. And I see it's got bug protein in it. No kidding. A beetle, like a mealworm. It's a beetle, though. And I'm going, I cannot believe that people are buying this. First of all, the chitin, it's an exoskeleton on bugs. That's not good for you. Not good for you at all. I don't care what they tell you. That's back to the New York Times. You're following what I'm saying? Men won't fly for 10 million years. Bugs are good for you. You don't look down on the ground and see some little bug walking around and say, man, I tell you, man, my stomach is grumbling. No, you look at a strawberry, or you look at a big fat pizza, or a mouth-watering burger, and then you're like, man, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I see some blood, and you don't want to know what I talk about. But anyway, there's a reason for that. That's your instincts. You don't want bugs, but they want you to eat bugs. And then they tell you the lie. It's good for the environment, and this on. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, really. I just wanted to say that I love you. And we're doing this together. And we're growing exponentially. We are one. And we're becoming more one. And I'm getting your messages. Listen, I can't get to all of them, but I will. I love you all. Great things are happening. We got good things coming up. You go to countmozart.com. It is updated quite a bit. It tells you what's coming and new episodes and new guests that are coming. Man, it's going to knock you out. I love you all. You know that, right? I miss some of you so much. And do you know what I mean by that? Well, you're no longer mortals. No, you wanted to be immortal. You got what you wanted. So, but I miss a lot of the mortals that I used to know, to tell you the truth. And now they're mortal and they go flying around doing their own thing. Like, it's kind of sad for me. But that's okay. That's life. Listen, I love you all. And thank you so much for joining me. My one, we are one. And there's nothing we can't do, and we'll do it together. I promise you this. We will never stop. Never stop. Never. We are full of love, positivity, and energy, and you are amazing. I love you all. Keep reaching for the stars. You cannot lose. You can only win. Do not let them lie to you, and do not let them steal your soul or chip you. I'll see you soon. I love you all.